first thing you do. We're going to kick things off with topic number one. Massive topic over the weekend here in New England, especially Brady wins the reunion here in New England. Tom Brady takes down the Pats 19-17 on Sunday night. Not the prettiest football game, Brandon, but a lot of drama. And honestly, I wanted the Pats to win, obviously, but just a fun game to watch on Sunday night.
Yeah, it ended up being actually more entertaining than I thought, to be honest. And the Patriots hung around a lot longer than I expected as well. And there's two things there. I don't know if it was because of the weather, and the weather tends to definitely slow down high-paced offenses like the Buccaneers, or if it was just that the Patriots really turned it up and were playing that much better football. But I don't know. That brings a little bitter taste in my mouth because most people, I was telling people, I was like, this is the hardest I've seen them play all season long. And where has this team been the last couple of weeks? Because I didn't see any effort like that in the first three games. So I was a little disappointed in that fact. But I mean, it was definitely a great game to watch, I think. And it was, that primetime game, the only game that was on. So everybody was watching it. It was like one of those things where, like the local high school team's playing and the town shuts down to go watch it. This was the whole country pretty much shutting down to watch Brady return to the Bucs. And I think everybody enjoyed it, to be honest. I think everybody enjoyed it, whether you're a Patriots fan or a Buccaneers fan. But yeah, I honestly was predicting a blowout for the Bucs. I was predicting a 41-10 shellacking for, the Patriots, and it just didn't happen. But I really do think if the weather, had not been what it was, and obviously it was raining and it was a little chilly, and I think that the Buccaneers would have done their normal thing. I think it would have been a 41-10 game. But I have to nod my hat to Mac Jones. He played amazing in the game. And I think that was the difference in my prediction is I didn't predict him to play that well. And so he scored a touchdown more than I even predicted. But great job by the rookie, even putting them in position to get that, game-winning field goal potentially. Then obviously Nick Folk with the big miss. But you can't really hate on Nick Folk considering he had made, I believe, 35 or 36 in a row at that point. And it was a deep field goal, and it was in the rain. So the footing is not that great. Even the contact on the ball is not that great. So, no hate going around at all. I think the Patriots definitely put themselves in position to win the game. It just did not happen. And the Bucs did put themselves in position to win the game, and they did. And there's a big quote, obviously, and we say in sports, especially as a coach, and it's, good teams always find a way to win. And I think the Buccaneers did exactly that.
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. Definitely encouraging play from Mac Jones. He came into this game. He's a rookie. It's his fourth game as an NFL quarterback, as a starter in the league, going up against Tom Brady. First of all, he's going up against one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Second of all, it's the guy that was the legend right before him. Obviously Cam Newton was that 1 year in between. But, this is the game. This is all this hype about Brady coming in and Brady and Belichick. Brady's 20 years here. He looks up, there's 6 banners up there because of Brady. So, he could have, as a rookie, as a young guy just out of college, looked at this whole thing and, crumbled and turtled and had a terrible game. And I think most people would have kind of understood, like, hey, maybe this moment was just a little too big for the young rookie. We'll see how he bounces back. Mac Jones didn't have any of that. This might have been Mac Jones' best game of the year. He had a couple bad throws. One probably should have been intercepted by Devin White. And I believe he missed Hunter Henry streaking towards the end zone on that play. But, we're starting to nitpick now with Mac Jones, which means he's playing really well. So I thought he played great. Defense played a little bit better. Like you said, the weather might have aided in that. I did think that the offense could have played a little bit more crisp. This Patriots offensive line still does not look good. I don't know what's going on there. They were supposed to be one of the top 5 offensive lines in the league. Certainly has not been the case through the first 4 games. They have to right the ship there, and they have to do it ASAP. So we'll see what happens there. The big question, I think, coming out of this game now is should Belichick have gone for it on 4th and 3? There was about a minute left in the game instead of attempting this massive kick from 56 yards in the rain outdoors in New England. We saw Justin Tucker kick a 66 or 66 yarder in a dome against the Lions. So that's a little bit different than kicking a 56 yarder outside in the rain with a guy who doesn't necessarily have a big leg. Nick Folk has a very accurate leg. He's been very accurate since he's been with the Patriots. He's been really good, but he just has never been known to kick deep field goals like that. And on top of that, it's 4th and 3. The Patriots were moving the ball. I know it's late in the game and you're not really sure, what's going to happen. Mac's kind of never been in this, drive down the field late in the game to go win in the NFL yet. He certainly did it in college, but not in the NFL yet. And, so you don't know what he's going to do there. But they were playing so well. He was throwing the ball so well. They almost had that first down on 3rd down. Jacoby Myers was streaking over the middle, and Mac Jones tried to hit him, but the pass was batted down at the line of scrimmage. So, I would have gone for it on 4th down. It's easy to say, hindsight's 2020. I would have gone for it. It was 4th and 3. It wasn't like 4th and 7. So, I think they could have gotten it. They were also going up against the Bucs team that had a bunch of sub defensive backs in there because a bunch of their players got hurt, and a guy like Richard Sherman who hasn't played football in how long. So I think they should have gone for it on 4th down. That's what everybody's been talking about this week, but that's not the case. And of course, the Bucs were able to hang on to win after Folk missed the field goal. So Brandon, do you think Belichick should have gone for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal?
Well, that is the question I was getting. A couple of people were asking me that even like minutes after the game. Yep. And my immediate response was, I believe, I think you do go for it, considering the weather and how deep it was, and knowing your kicker, that if we give him just a few more yards, that his accuracy is going to go through the roof, and that our chances of making it are going to be great. But I also told people, 4th and 3 in the NFL is no give me. So there is no chance you can run that ball there on 4th and 3. And the Patriots weren't running the ball at good all night anyway. The good thing was, though, Mac Jones was playing on fire and was doing great in those short little dink and dunk throws. He was extremely accurate. I think they needed just one more of those dink and dunk throws by Mac Jones. So I would have tried to call my best offensive play, get both of my tight ends out there too, because both of them finally showed up. And then try to at least get a 5 to 7 yard play, give ourselves a little chance that's closer to kick that field goal. And I think it definitely goes in. Obviously, it hit right off one of the uprights there. So, and like I said, you can't hate on Nick Folk, considering he just broke the Patriots record for the most field goals in a row. And think about it. We had before him, we had 2 of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, with I want to say Janikowski, but obviously not Janikowski. I forgot the guy's name.
Steven Gostkowski.
That one throws me off so much. Gostkowski. I love Janikowski though. But Gostkowski, and then obviously Adam Vinatieri. So it's one of those things where when you can break a record that they kind of had, you can't hate on Nick Folk at this point. I think you do have to just ask, was that the right call? Do we need to go for it and try to get a little closer? But hey, we'll talk about that some more with the Patriots, but rolling on tonight. Topic number 2,